Or some stuff.
As a spirit mage, Emmrich, you must sense spite.
I'm sorry that you two came together under such unjust circumstances. Mm-hmm. Ah. My sympathies.
You can hear spite, even when he doesn't take me over?
This close, yes.
I am so sorry.
Wardens Antoine and Evka are eager to learn more about the Blight, but their studies are interrupted by a looming threat. It seems like I have like one quest here. Can I deal with this area now? I'll pick this up before I do anything quest related. What is that? I'll go deal with that after I loot. Okay, what a waste of my time. But there is something over here. What is this? Is it just a demon?
A despair spirit. Tread lightly.
Hell's happening to the camera. What was that? Did I get something for that? I don't see anything. What was that for? Just XP? I swear to God, this entire game is designed to test my patience.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
All right. Whatever you need. We'll do what we can.
Thanks. We must get ahead of this.
Where do things stand now?
This
Every
outfit looks a
warden will
bit
put themselves
ridiculous.
between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
I don't know what you just said.
You don't
I'm just
need
using an
attention as
option.
long as the plan works.
All right, all right. But you're stuck with my attention.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
Do you guys have anyone else? Like, Why is it my job to do all your, like, tedious work?
Save Lavendel, then back to studying the Blight.
I get that it's
Yep,
my
that's
choice
it.
to be doing these
Check
side
back with us
quests.
when you're done with the
I
sentries.
get that it's
We
my
can hold
choice
off
to
the
be
smaller
pressing
packs
these
for a while,
buttons.
but there's no going back once the
But
horde.
it was the dev's choice to fucking design
Let's check on the Warden sentries.
these obnoxious quests. Like, they didn't need to be like this. Oh, Rook, I have a quest for you. Can you walk up to these people and fucking talk to them? Because we have no one else capable of speech.
Well, look who
You
it
look
is.
like you should be dead by now.
Name's Darkspawn.
Isn't like the life
But they will be.
expectancy
I can
of a
feel
warden
it.
like around
You
50?
go where
This
the
guy
fight
is like
don't you?
1,000.
Tell Efka I'm ready.
You're like on their freaking doorstep. Why do you need like, oh my god. Why do you need me to walk up to these people to talk to them? What the fuck? I'm gonna change this as like probably right after this mission. Before I talk to this guy, I'm gonna go on a little rant here. This game, I'm not sure if it was the art direction, if it had to do with the age rating. This game has like a terrible sense of like sexiness, I guess. And I'm not asking for freaking big titties and booties out. That's not what I'm asking for. Here, this armor has my chest out, but it doesn't feel revealing. It doesn't, I guess for lack of a better term, it doesn't feel sexy to me. It doesn't feel, it's hard for me to put into words what I'm thinking. Skin may be showing, it may have my character's breasts out, but it's not particularly like intriguing. It's not attractive. There's the Lords of Fortune armor where like there's infinitely more skin showing, but it doesn't feel sexy. It doesn't feel attractive. I'm not looking for objectification of my character or of other characters or within like the clothing design, but like it doesn't feel like I'm able to express. It doesn't feel like my character is able to express themselves. They're kind of just always covered up. And I think just overall with the designs, they're just so lackluster. Like, I like this armor that you have on Lucanus. I like this on Emmrich. You don't really have anything like either of these for Rook. Now you do have some of the crow armor, but like none of them really match the same aesthetic as this. Like that. I like that. I like this. Why can't I have that? I'm pretty sure there isn't anything like this. That's a nice. It's pretty basic. It's pretty casual. It's pretty civilian, but I like it. Their skin is showing, and it looks nice. It looks clean. Compared to this, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like this. I don't mean to say that this looks awful. This particular armor set doesn't really look awful, but it doesn't hit the mark. It's like too in between sexy, and it's not going far enough on like the cool factor, and it's not going far enough with the sexiness. It's just in between, and it just looks boring. It looks bland.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We won't.
Tell Efka we're...
Okay. What a
should get back
wonderful
to
use of
Evka.
my time. You see all these Grey Wardens just standing around? You could have had them fucking do this for me. Or for you. This is stupid.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
It came from the glade.
The quest could have just started
Let's
like
move.
this.
Can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel is the
They're not trying to
only
break
left
into
of
anything,
this
they're just
farm.
standing here waiting for me to arrive. It's like they know.
He was bound to draw Darkspawn. Done. Evka's plan is working.
All right. Be ready for the next call. We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there, or head to the farmlands. Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share. Antoine?
What is it?
Something evil. A strange calling in the Blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
In the past, like, 5 minutes, no one has actually said anything. We kind of just repeated the same words.
It's a start, but it's not enough. Antoine, you said you sensed something evil.
The Blight always feels evil, but yes, this was different.
How?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
So you need to search a deadly wilderness for something even deadlier.
What? Ah, yes. Exploring Alderson is similar?
More than we like. So what's next?
We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe.
Thanks to Evka's plan and the bravery of...
Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all.
He is messing around with the same freaking
But
ball.
always something pulling.
What do you want from me?
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the Blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. There's dangerous relics out there, and Blight...
Can't let that happen.
We'd be in your debt.
Can you, motherfuckers, be useful at any point? Blah, blah, blah.
Mercenaries.
Take whatever you find.
Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on.
More profit works for thee.
Good work.
Oh,
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after
I'm
whatever
not
they
gonna
can
read
steal,
that.
and they're willing to kill for it.
Who could witness the devastation?
Killed. These aren't darkspawn wounds.
No. Human hands.
why are you guys so
did this.
useless?
The mercenaries.
We got the last warden who found us. We'll gut you too.
Surely you guys must hear, like, everything that's happening a couple feet away.
This isn't the last of them.
Like, this is excessive force. Like, good thing I'm not police, so me just blowing these people up is fine.
Time to party up now! This makes my skin crawl.
This loot's ours!
God.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Then we got our target.
We should tell Warden Sawyer.
At least that quest was fast.
Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that too.
What do you want from me, Emmrich? I didn't even do anything yet.
How interesting.
Okay.
Like lyrium, you say?
Mm-hmm. This...
I love how Emmerich's
this
magic is
table's
just him
really
waving his
cold.
hands around.
Marble. It's wonderful on hot summer days.
Right. Nothing's happening.
Precisely.
Emmrich, you wanted to see me?
Ah, Rook. If you would be so kind as to step over here. And there we have it. Just as I suspected.
Emotions?
Involving Rook.
Wait, me?
Love indeed. Come, Manfred. I'm sure they'll want to discuss the implications.
Emmrich?
Everything fine?
They didn't even leave
Emmrich
the
didn't
room.
find
They just
anything
like
wrong with
walked a
you?
couple feet away.
I'm not sure
I'm
how
gonna
to
guess it's his room.
explain.
Take your time.
Emmrich suspected that my abilities could be tied to how I was feeling. Feeling about you. I mean, the special feelings. You know.
The special feelings?
This isn't funny, Rook.
Sorry, I know, it's just how you said, never mind. What can I do?
Lyrium was the blood of the Titans. If my heart's beating, and my blood's racing around, maybe... I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. This isn't your fault, Lace. And we'll have...
Together.
Fuck's sake. I'm not redoing that. So this is where he's like, come Manfred, sits in the corner and stares at us. Do you not clean up this table? That's kind of nasty. I don't care about your necromancy. Can you at least be like hygienic? That's gross.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one.
When am I not coming along? Dude, it's like, do you guys do anything on your own? You guys like never leave. At least when Nev had her entire city just ransacked and just brutalized. She left for a bit, so it felt like she was doing something. Hello, Manfred. Can I pet you? We're not even looking at each other. Emmrich returns to the memorial gardens of the Grand Necropolis, where he reveals a secret ambition that will change his life forever.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Jesus Christ.
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmrich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about.
I don't plan on dying.
Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell.
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Well, not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
If that's what you want.
I'd anticipated more surprise.
Emmrich, you live in a haunted necropolis.
Shut the fuck up.
Lichdom
Shut up,
is
shut
an
up, shut up.
incredible
Oh my god.
Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmrich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The the Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire? Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
How about the one right fucking here? Because I don't want to keep walking around. The closest
what's a
one.
half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
Oh, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
Where is this last one here?
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
You better fucking haul your ass over there. Hurry up. Hurry up, Emmrich. Faster.
Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
We got a lot of flowers, Emmrich. A lot. That is...
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkaren. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, Don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
I feel like... Doesn't he feel weird about wanting to become a lich? So his... Which prevents, like, what? His spirit from going on to whatever afterlife there may be. And then he's just... What? He's just never able to go there, right? I guess? So now he's kind of just permanently separated from his parents. I feel like that bother him to some extent.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course. The choices ahead.
Your lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy.
That's not what I said.
You could always speak with your folks.
That'd be kind of fucked up.
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition. Or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
It'd be impossible. I agree.
Kinda wish I could get him to elaborate on that, because obviously he's kind of scared to, I guess, confront them after not seeing them for so long, I guess. Emmrich reflected on his desire for lichdom and the dangers he'd face becoming a lich, while gathering flowers in the Grand Necropolis gardens. Placing a bouquet on his parents' graves, the senior necromancer mulled over his past and future, grateful to have company. I like Emmrich, but so far I find his character a little bit boring. Kinda finding it difficult to stay intrigued in his scenes. They're sweet and they're nice, but I feel like if we have another quest here, or at least if the next quest is here again, I don't know if I'm gonna have any interest.